Learn English with simple yet effective English podcasts and practice with PDFs in each lesson.
Hey, Gwen, how's it going?
Hey, Steve. Doing great. So, have you ever wondered how spies or intelligence agents learn so fast?
Oh, yeah. Like how they remember everything without missing a single detail. That's got to be some next level stuff.
Exactly. They train with precision and adaptability. And today, we're going to share some tricks to help you learn English just as efficiently.
Ooh, I'm all ears. But before we get into that, let me tell you that at the end of the video, we have a great offer for our learners. So be with us. And if you want to practice the words we use today, then practice with the free PDF for today's lesson. So, no more lazy studying, right? We're talking real techniques that actually make a difference.
Yep. These methods will help you stay focused, even when life throws distractions your way. It's all about building resilience.
I love that. This could totally change how we learn.
All right, Steve. Let's start with one of the coolest techniques, sleep learning.
Sounds like something straight out of a spy movie.
It's actually a real thing called Theta Wave learning. It works by tapping into a specific brain state, the theta wave, right when you're drifting off to sleep.
Oh, so that moment when you're almost asleep but still kind of aware?
Exactly. That's the sweet spot where your brain absorbs information really well. You can listen to special 4-Hz theta wave tracks while reviewing English material before bed.
Wait, 4 hertz? That's super specific. Does that actually work?
It does. This frequency helps your brain enter a relaxed but focused state, making it easier to retain information. If you go over something right before bed and listen to these tracks, your brain keeps processing it while you sleep.
That's wild. So I'm still learning even when I'm not actively trying? How do I get started with it?
A simple trick is to create a focus trigger. Every time you study, do something small, like snapping your fingers or tapping a pen. Then, when you listen to the theta waves at night, do the same thing. Your brain will start linking the sound to study mode, making it easier to recall what you learned.
That's genius. It's like training your brain to switch into learning mode automatically. How else can we make it work even better?
One great way is to review key vocabulary or phrases before bed. Keep it simple. Just go over what you really want to stick in your memory. Your brain loves repetition, especially in the theta state.
That makes sense. All right, what's next?
Now let's talk about turning chaos into your best friend. This technique is called neuropriming.
Okay, that sounds intense. What is it?
Neuropriming trains you to focus and learn even when you're surrounded by distractions. Imagine studying in a noisy cafe or a crowded street, but still being 100% focused.
No way, that sounds impossible. How can anyone concentrate with so much happening around them?
It's actually a skill you can build. The idea is to slowly expose yourself to distractions while studying. Start in a quiet place, then gradually introduce background noise, like cafe sounds or street traffic, to train your brain to focus despite the chaos.
So, you're basically conditioning your mind to tune out distractions? Sounds tough.
At first, yeah. But over time, you'll get better at ignoring background noise and staying focused. And there's a cool trick to speed up the process: setting periodic alarms every 7 minutes while you study.
Every 7 minutes, won't that just keep interrupting me?
I know, but the point is it keeps your brain alert. When the alarm goes off, you quickly check in with yourself. Are you still focused? It's like a little reality check that helps you stay in the zone.
So this way, you're training your mind to stay on task even when you're distracted. And the alarms just keep you aware of your focus level.
Exactly. It builds mental endurance. Over time, your brain gets better at filtering out distractions without even thinking about it. It's like you're creating a muscle for focus.
This reminds me of how some people can work with music playing, but others can't concentrate at all with even the slightest noise. So, if you practice this, does it mean you'll be able to focus anywhere?
The goal is to be able to study in any environment, whether you're on a busy street, in a cafe, or even at Home with kids running around, you'll be able to dive into your studies no matter what's happening around you.
All right, this next one sounds super fun. The 5 sense memory trick. It's all about using your senses to boost your memory, right?
The idea is to associate sensory inputs like smells, colors, and sounds with what you're learning. It's like giving your brain extra clues to help you remember things.
Wait, so you can tie a smell or a sound to what you're studying and use that to recall information later?
Yes, exactly. Let me give you an example. Let's say you choose cinnamon gum while studying. Then, when you need to recall the material later, just smell cinnamon. Your brain will make the connection and trigger those memories.
That's so clever. You're literally locking information into your mind, using more than just sight or sound. So the smell of cinnamon becomes a trigger for the lesson?
Yep. It works with all kinds of senses. You can pair different study materials with different colors, sounds, or even tastes. Like, maybe you use blue for grammar, green for vocabulary, and listen to instrumental music while studying for listening practice.
Whoa, I can see how that would make it easier to remember things. It's like building a sensory map in your brain.
Totally. The more senses you involve, the more pathways your brain has to retrieve that information. It makes learning feel more dynamic and multidimensional, rather than just relying on one or two senses.
And I guess the cool part is you can really personalize it. If you love a certain smell, sound, or color, you can use that to make studying more enjoyable and effective.
Yeah. Plus, the brain loves patterns, so the more consistent you are with the sensory triggers, the stronger your memory connection becomes.
I'm definitely going to try this with some of my favorite smells. I bet it'll make studying a lot more interesting.
All right, we're stepping into some ancient wisdom with this next technique, the memory palace.
Yep, this one's old school but powerful. It's all about using your environment, your home for example, as a physical map to store and organize information.
So you're saying you turn your house into a kind of mental filing system?
Exactly. The idea is to associate specific locations in your house with things you need to remember. Let's say your mirror. Every time you look at it, it reminds you of your top 3 tasks for the day.
So every time you see the mirror, it triggers that list of tasks in your mind. That's a genius way to remember stuff.
Right. And it works for all kinds of information. For example, your fridge could represent your success formula. Every time you open it, you remember the key habits or steps that lead to success.
That's wild. I can already imagine walking around my house and thinking, okay, the kitchen is for my meal prep. Sofa is for my relaxation routine. It's like turning everyday spaces into memory cues.
Exactly. Your home becomes your personal memory map. The more vivid and unique the associations are, the better. You could even associate certain rooms with topics you're studying.
I'm loving this. It's almost like building a story in your mind. Each room tells a part of your learning journey.
And the best part is it's personal to you. Your brain already knows these spaces, so the associations are easy to recall.
I'm definitely trying this. It makes learning feel more like an adventure through your own space.
So, which one of these tips do you like the most, and which one do you want to try? Write it down in the comments section. If you want to practice English and need a tutor, then send us a message for a free one-on-one meeting so we can find the perfect match for you. Till the next video, bye-bye.